Greetings, dear Zonta ladies of District 17 and guests. I'm Gisela Concepcion. I would like to share with you the magis of Zonta Manila 1. I will start with our advocacy and service projects, which are directly linked, in line with my thinking to always pursue knowledge to action projects. It is not enough for us to speak our advocacies. I believe we must always translate our words into actions in our service projects. I will also present our membership and the dedicated involvement of small groups of our members in specific projects, serving as the driving forces to keep these projects alive. This requires minimal governance, as our officers and board directors simply serve as guiding light to our members to always do what is good and right for the women and girls that we wish to see. advocacy on the use of organic fertilizers and service to Nanay or Mother Farmers of Ashi Foundation or Ahon sa Hirap, translated to rise from poverty, to the use of microfungi biofertilizer called Mycovan, developed at Nucleus Binus Biotech to improve the growth and yield of crops such as red pepper and spring onions and to prevent infection and rotting. Mycovan inventor Dr. Nelly Aganan gave a webinar on organic fertilizers. Manila One donated Mycovan to Ashi, arranged the training of Ashi Nanay farmers by Dr. Nelly in Uphill Farms, and after suffering an initial damage to their crops because of a typhoon, now Nanay farmers are growing Mycovan treated red pepper and selling their best produce to the Jollibee Food Group. Our service is focused on the education of very young children and also on our youth at the secondary and tertiary levels. In Raha Soliman Science High School in Binondo, Manila, post-pandemic, we distributed stipends and Christmas cheers to our scholars, had a good dialogue with them and their teachers, gave them a gift of a science experimentation all-in-one box called Visor, developed at the University of the Philippines. We arranged for the training of Visor of their teachers by UP staff, and now Visor will be incorporated in their science lab courses. Our Raha Z Club will soon be active, with talks given to our scholars by women scientists featured in the books that we donated to Raha. At Davsu, or Don Honorio Ventura State University in Bacolor, Pampanga, we also distributed stipends and Christmas cheers to our scholars who belong to 4 vulnerable sectors, namely indigenous peoples, those with serious financial problems, those with serious ill parents, and with an unusual talent, trait, ability, or disability. We held meetings with the faculty, guidance staff, and scholars, and recently held a successful literary and art contest among our scholars and other DAVSU students, which constitutes one of the major activities of our Golden Sea Club in DAVSU. Zonta Manila One's major advocacy is its website, where you will find videos of all the webinars we have hosted and videos on all our service projects and activities. We have a featured Share Your Story in the Zonta International website on our longest-running project, the Zonta Center Tonda Kiddie Class. And we submitted another Share Your Story on our climate change project with Cluster 3 clubs of area. We've held many constructive discussions in our board and general membership meetings and in our Viber group. And we've also enjoyed many social gatherings, Christmas and birthday celebrations, also participated in cultural and historical tours and art and culinary gatherings, further strengthening our friendships through shared experiences, lots of camaraderie, laughter, and heartwarming narratives. Advocacy related to climate change and service to prevent adverse effects of storm surges. We invited world-renowned mangrove and beach forest botanicals expert Iloilo-based Dr. Georgine Primavera, a Pew Fellow in the United Kingdom, named one of Time Magazine's environmental activists, to speak on the vulnerabilities of our coastlines and inland areas in all parts of the Philippine archipelago. She explained the process and impacts of storm surges and flooding, and recommended the kinds of sturdy trees with strong trunks and roots, also ornamental flora, that we should plant in beach forests, mangroves, and inland areas. Her talk elicited great interest from the participants. We then solicited a proposal from Dr. Primavera to grow seedlings of the suitable sturdy trees in her nursery in Iloilo that we can distribute to vulnerable areas and communities. And now we have received the first pledge of financial support for this project, even as we enjoin all of you to please enthusiastically support us with your donations. Last year, we also joined an Area 1 mangrove planting activity led by Greater Rizal 2 in Noveleta. Advocacy to support patriotism and responsible citizenship among women. Manila One Zontians led in the Salute a Clean Flag flag-raising ceremony at our National Shrine in Rizal Park in March, which is National Women's Month. And 2 outstanding women leaders, immediate past president of our club, Mrs. Lourdes Pelling, and the leader of our partner organization, ASHI, Mrs. Mercy Abad, were awarded for their outstanding philanthropy and service. And at the Zonta International Rose Day celebration also in March, Free Manila One Zontans were recognized for their many years of outstanding service in government, namely Dr. Mimi Tabor, Dr. Baby Teresizan, and yours truly, Kavita. Service, longest standing, is our Zonta Center Tondo Kiddie classes. Manila One built the Tondo Center structure decades ago and renovated and furbished it in the last 5 years. Classes resumed in September 2022 post-pandemic with great effort, but we managed. Expert teacher Luz Ignacio attracted moms to enroll their 4 to 5-year-olds as pre-kinder students. We raised funds, provided learning activity worksheets, hosted UN Day and Christmas celebrations, and we brought the kiddies and moms on a field trip to the National Museum of Natural History. With regular updating from Teacher Luz, we are confident of the progress of the kiddies in reading, writing, and mathematics. Last June, an impressive graduation ceremony with medals, diplomas, speeches was held for the first batch of kiddie graduates post-pandemic. And we also installed a flagpole and flag for a regular flag ceremony to teach the children to honor our flag and love our country. Advocacy. During the United Nations 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence in November, Manila One hosted 2 webinars on medical and legal warriors of VAUSI, or violence against women and children, featuring 2 prominent professionals, Dr. Pauline Convocar and lawyer Katrina Legarda. We have offered to support the training of more of their medical and legal staff dealing with VAUSI in hospitals, clinics, police stations, and crime sites. We also hung 17 huge tarpaulins on anti-VAUSI in public places, including schools and hospitals. We joined forces with Area 1 clubs in a motorcade parade against VAUSI in Marikina City, led by Zonta Marikina Club. And we supported our Area 1 Director, Noni Ohin, in her project on anti-VAUSI alarm gadgets per site. Advocacy and service to help young mothers and their babies with food packages and completion of their education through high school, tech voc, or college until they are able to find a job or start a livelihood. This is our Young Mothers Food and Future project in Payatas, Quezon City, which I proposed to the Ateneo Center for Education Development, or ACED, to Father Ben Nepres at the Ateneo University. Dr. Carmela Oracion of ACED gave a webinar about their feeding program and the sad plight of teenage mothers in Payatas. And now Manila One is supporting a few young mothers who are carefully selected and monitored by ACED through their schooling.